Welcome back to the Chasing Happiness podcast, an honest podcast about finding happiness, what it really means, and the process of getting there. My name is Crystal, and as promised, this is sort of an update. Now that we have gone for the last few weeks with the top-rated episodes of last year, I thought I would check in with you all. It is almost spring, thank goodness. I don't know about you, but I am totally done with winter. Being someone who is not into winter sports, being someone who does not enjoy the cold, I have had enough, and I want spring and summer to come as quickly as humanly possible. So I have my fingers crossed. Today it is snowing. Tomorrow it is supposed to be like 5 degrees here in Canada where I am. So I have my fingers crossed. Spring is almost here. And because spring is almost here, I think it is the perfect time to unveil and sort of chat a little bit about all of the changes and growth and things that are coming. And obviously, I'm not going to go into everything because I don't want this to be like a 2-hour episode for you guys. But for those of you that know or have been following along on the journey, you know, in the last year, a lot of things have changed. I moved out to Halifax. I moved back to Ontario. I have taken on a position doing other things outside of Chasing Happiness. Chasing Happiness obviously has taken a little bit of a back burner because of that, so I stepped away from social media for a little while as well. I think it's really important, no matter who you are, when you get to the place where you do feel overwhelmed, to take a step back, to pause. And the reason I think it's a great conversation to have right now is because that's basically what the world around us does during the winter, right? Everything hibernates, takes a pause, and in spring things bloom again. And honestly, I am slowly getting back into everything that is Chasing Happiness and this wonderful community that we are all building. But it's a slow process while I try to figure out what it's going to look like going forward and what that's going to mean. And I know you guys are used to having weekly episodes of the podcast, but I think probably from now until the fall, they will be bi-weekly episodes. Now, that's not to say there won't be a new episode every week. It will be replay episodes throughout the course of the year in between the new episodes. So you will still get a new episode every Monday. For those of you that have recently joined, you'll get to hear some of the older episodes. But I think that's probably, just given how busy my life is and how chaotic it is at this moment, that's probably the route that I'm going to take for the next little while. Because for those of you who don't know, it is actually a lot of work to do a podcast, to record it, to edit it, to sit down and have conversations with someone, to get everything ready to go for it. It's time consuming if you're not having someone help you with that or paying someone to do all of that work for you. So that is where the podcast sits at this moment. You guys have this episode this week. There will be a new episode coming next Monday. It is a wonderful conversation. I cannot wait to share it with you. And then the week after, I will probably do another one of these sort of quick check-ins. And then we'll start once every 2 weeks with a new episode. And on the in-between weeks, we will probably do replay episodes of some of our most popular or some of our most requested, because some of you do reach out on social media and you say, hey, I would love for you to have so-and-so back. Please bring them back and have a conversation. And so I may do a little bit of that throughout the course of the year as well, so that you can hear the old episode and then the new episode of that amazing person that we talked to. And certainly if there are people you think I should be talking to, reach out to me. Let me know. I am happy to interview people and chat with some new people. But there's a lot of stuff going on in my life, and I think it's the perfect opportunity for me to remind all of you who are listening that it's okay if we do feel a little overwhelmed sometimes and we need to hit pause. It's okay to take a step back. It's okay, even if you're talking about something that is your dream and your passion, it is okay if it has evolved and changed a little bit and you need to take some time to figure out what that means and what that looks like going forward. We as human beings grow and change on a fairly regular basis. So of course the things around us are going to grow and change, and what we want to accomplish and what we want to do and our dreams, those are all going to grow and change too. It's not a bad thing. It's just we need time to be able to have that new perspective. So that's kind of where things are sitting at this point. I don't want to keep you guys too long. Obviously, I think we're almost at 6 minutes now. But I mostly just wanted to check in and say hello and happy spring, hopefully, fingers crossed, to everyone who has survived this past winter. And yeah, it's been quite a year. And if you've had a year anything like the year that I've had, you probably need some time to process it. So take some time, take a deep breath, do whatever you need to do to feel centered and get back to yourself over the spring and the summer and get back to enjoying life. We've had a pretty chaotic and confusing and overwhelming couple of years. So it's okay if you need to take some time right now. That's what I have been doing and will continue to do as needed going forward. But I have not forgotten about any of you. I appreciate you for coming week after week and listening to this podcast. I want you to know if you're in the position where you are struggling with anything right now, you are not alone. If you are someone who needs some time and you maybe feel guilty about taking it, please don't. It is so important for us to take that time when we need it, to be able to refuel ourselves and recharge so that we can be all of the different things we need to be in this world of ours. I am sending you all love and light and giant hugs because it's been a while, and I hope you have an amazing week, and we will chat with you next week. Bye for now.